You would think, ABC, having just paid $15 million for a defamation lawsuit, would think not to engage in conspiracy theories about assassination attempts, but I guess that's too much to ask from The View. I got to ask you, because they said it, are you aware of any plots from Elon Musk to push President Trump down the stairs?
Absolutely not. Let me be unequivocally clear about that.
What happens when Karoline Leavitt wakes up, flips the switch, and decides to sue The View like it's just another day at the office? Apparently, financial disaster for the ladies of daytime TV. That's right, Karoline is back with another massive lawsuit, and this one's so big it could practically have its own zip code. Could this be the final blow for The View? Is Joy Behar about to start a side business selling snarky throw pillows online just to help cover the damages? Don't look away. This legal drama is shaping up to be messier than a reality TV meltdown.
Leavitt appears to be a fierce operator, but she's also 27 and arguably quite glamorous. So of course, the kind and progressive voices at The View reacted to her appointment like this.
I think she's probably been put in there because according to Donald Trump, she's a 10. You know that's what it is.
Karoline Leavitt has done the unthinkable. Again. She's stepped right back into the world of daytime TV drama, taking aim at the loudest voices on The View and filing another major lawsuit. Yes, you heard that right. Another one. Apparently, one courtroom battle wasn't enough to make the show's producers rethink their habit of chasing controversy like it's part of their brand.
And watching this clip, I couldn't help but think how ironic that Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar and the rest of the ladies on The View spend their time calling Republicans the conspiracy theorists. But they have been wrong about everything they have said over the last couple of years. They likened President Trump to Hitler. They have mocked him. They have shamed him. They have lied about him consistently on their show.
It turns out Karoline Leavitt isn't just frustrated with the liberal media. She's practically turned challenging it in court into a full-time job, with the kind of determination most people use to pull their dog out of a mess. She's taken on the system again. And this latest legal strike might be her biggest yet. The View isn't just shaken. It's looking unsteady, like a table about to topple at a reality show reunion.
And the abuse continued.
I would like this young lady this is her first job, I would like her to do a little homework. Because she said something yesterday that really pissed me off. And that was, she said, there will be no wokeness here.
Oh, yeah.
Let me explain something to you. Because without that wokeness, you might not have that job.
Yeah.
Because women were not invited to that table. Women were not invited to many tables in this nation. The reason we fought and busted our behinds to make sure that you didn't have to worry about this. And now to hear you talk about it and to hear anybody talk about the wokeness was put in place for a reason.
Apparently, she'd had enough after once again becoming the target on The View's never-ending parade of outrage. We all know how it goes. 5 hosts, 2 coffee mugs, and an endless stream of polished put-downs. But unlike most of us who just shake our heads and move on, Karoline took action. She filed a lawsuit. And this one isn't just a minor complaint. It's massive. Big enough, in fact, to show up on a satellite map.
You'll deal with these kind of crazy questions from the White House podium. How do you plan to deal with it?
Yes, I absolutely will. I feel prepared to do that. I've been facing the media now, speaking on behalf of President Trump on the campaign trail for the past couple of years, and we are expecting the media to be hostile. However, Kaylee, if you do talk to a lot of these reporters off the record, they will tell you they look forward to more press transparency and access. And while we will expose the fake news when they are fake, we will hold them accountable for their lies and smears of President Trump. I can also assure the American people that they are going to be hearing directly from the leader of the free world.
Here's where it gets interesting. Karoline Leavitt isn't just upset. She's accusing The View of defamation and launching a full-on smear campaign against her, disguised as casual talk. Her legal team says if the show keeps treating her like a political punching bag, they shouldn't be shocked when she fights back. But Karoline isn't just complaining. She's coming in fully prepared with clips, timestamps, and legal backup. And she's not just going after the hosts, she's targeting the whole network. Behind the scenes, word is ABC is worried. Legal fees are rising fast. Insurance costs are spiking. And now producers are quietly talking about a possible settlement.
Many of you in the media clearly missed the art of the deal. You clearly failed to see what President Trump is doing here. You tried to say that the rest of the world would be moved closer to China when in fact we've seen the opposite effect. The entire world is calling the United States of America, not China, because they need our markets, they need our consumers, and they need this president in the Oval Office to talk to them. And that's exactly why more than 75 countries have called, because the United States of America is the best place in the world to do business. And as the president has shown great courage, as the secretary has said, in choosing to retaliate against China even higher.
Things at The View are tense behind the scenes. Staff are reportedly nervous and morale is low. Budget cuts are affecting everything from cancelled promos to fewer guests, and even the snack table isn't what it used to be. Meanwhile, Karoline Leavitt is pushing forward with her lawsuit. She's staying calm, using solid legal arguments and gaining support in conservative circles. To her team, this isn't just about hurt feelings. It's about repeated on-air attacks presented as casual talk. If the court agrees, the financial hit to The View could be massive. Behind the scenes, legal teams are scrambling, PR is under pressure, and advertisers are starting to back away.
First of all, the Democrat Party has gone woke and now they have gone broke. They have their lowest approval ratings ever, and they are rallying around two of the most far-left leaders in their party, AOC and Jasmine Crockett. So that tells you the current state of the Democrat Party.
Some brands aren't thrilled to learn they've been sponsoring what could end up as Exhibit A in a massive defamation trial. As The View scrambles to control the fallout, Karoline Leavitt's social media is thriving. Every court document turns into viral content. She's gone from news subject to headline machine, using legal filings instead of angry rants to make her case. Conservative pundits are calling her the future of media warfare, not loud, but lethal. While others rant on podcasts, Karoline's filing lawsuits like diss tracks. Ratings for The View are reportedly slipping, and advertisers are quietly backing away. Because let's face it, no brand wants to be caught in the middle of a legal mess. One insider even joked their next sponsor might be a law firm. And Karoline, she's not slowing down. Word is her team is digging through old footage, possibly preparing more lawsuits. If The View thought this was a one-time battle, they might want to start reviewing their own reruns with a lawyer.
You do know that you're walking into hostile territory, right?
Certainly do. And look, I think I'm well prepared for that. And I'm incredibly honored that President Trump has instilled confidence in me to speak on his behalf behind the White House podium. It's been an honor to have a front row seat to the greatest political comeback in history. And as you mentioned in your monologue, Sean, President Trump is putting together a brilliant cabinet of fantastic America First fighters, from Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, who are going to cut the waste out of our federal bureaucracy, to Susie Wiles, who is going to serve as the first female chief of staff in history. Take that, Mark Cuban, to Tom Homan. No one better to secure the border than him.
Karoline Leavitt wants to take down what she calls TV's mean girls in makeup. If she wins, The View could lose hosts, sponsors, and the freedom to make careless insults without legal trouble. She plays two roles. To The View fans, she's the enemy. To her supporters, she's a hero with strong legal moves. This isn't just drama, it's smart branding. She's turning the fight into content and political power. It's not about ego, it's a plan. Every lawsuit helps her cause. While The View tries to manage the damage, Karoline is already preparing her next move. This fight isn't just one bad episode, it's about breaking down the whole show.
I think it's insulting that you're trying to test my knowledge of economics and the decisions that this president has made. I'm now regret giving a question to the Associated Press. You're asking me for what the president's justification is for these tariffs. It's not up to you. You're not the president, Gabe.
To hire a spokesperson just so that Elon Musk doesn't put out tweets that then confuse federal workers.
Are my press briefings not good enough for you, Jack?
Karoline Leavitt didn't just file a lawsuit, She built a full political brand around it. Courtrooms are her TikTok stage, and depositions are like viral content drops. Every court date feels like a new episode in the Karoline cinematic universe, packed with outrage, conspiracy, and drama. Her social media is booming, followers and engagement are soaring, and her donation link is getting more clicks than the View's claptrack. Karoline isn't just making noise, she is the viral sensation, a crusader and casualty, all in one. Conservative media loves it, already treating her like an icon. She's leading the charge against liberal media drama, but without raising her voice. The lawsuits are doing all the talking.
If you heard that type of violent, enticing rhetoric from our side of the aisle, from Republican leaders on Capitol Hill, I think there would be a lot more outrage in this room today. It's unacceptable, the comments that have been made by these Democrat leaders, and frankly, they don't even know what they're talking about. Because President Trump was elected with a mandate from the American people to make this government more efficient. He campaigned across this country with Elon Musk, vowing that Elon was going to head up the Department of Government Efficiency, and the two of them, with a great team around them, were going to look at the receipts.
The tables have turned, and not in a fun way. Usually, The View roasts others, but now they're the ones facing a legal firestorm they can't laugh off. Karoline didn't just change the game, she rewrote the rules. She's turning outrage into a business, packaging legal battles as primetime content. The media has become the product. Behind the scenes, The View is in crisis. Ratings are down, sponsors are nervous, and the vibe is shaky. Execs are wondering how long they can keep this going before pulling the plug or rebranding. Karoline's legal team is ready, combing every moment for new cases. If the show slips up, she'll strike fast with more lawsuits. This is only the beginning. Karoline is targeting the entire liberal media, using court filings as weapons. What started as one lawsuit is now a blueprint for turning outrage into power. The View might be the first to fall, but it won't be the last. A Gen Z conservative has decided, if you can't outshout the media, sue until they're silenced. For some, it's extreme. For others, revolutionary. Karoline's not just fighting. She's changing how media battles are fought, replacing talk with court battles. The future looks grim for The View. Syndication limbo, or the daytime graveyard. The loudest show on TV could be silenced by subpoenas, and one determined woman. Call it karma or a reckoning. Karoline Leavitt flipped the script, and now the joke's on The View.